so we are going to look at rotational mechanics. Okay, how was the trend of asking question? So just I have written here in 2020 we had two questions and I have written the topics from where they have asked, right? In 2020 you see torque was one question, center of mass. 2019 we had again two questions. One was from torque, one was from rolling motion. Again in 2020 we got four questions. Actually that is the highest number of questions. Before to that, before 2018 generally we used to get three questions. So there is a kind of fluctuations, but in minimum condition we are getting two, maximum is four, otherwise we are getting three questions. You could see intersection if you take out here torque and here torque. So consistently they are asking, okay. So it doesn't mean that 2021 they may also ask, but I am just saying that we could see that torque is there in all the 3 years. Angular momentum also will be very important. Okay, so we'll look at the questions from each and every year. Okay, so we'll start from 2020. So 2020 questions were, you know that it was kind of much easier than other year, right? So we'll look at first from 2020 questions, right? So we had two questions from 2020. One was from torque and another was center of mass. So the question from center of mass, let us see here, and that was basic question of center of mass. You could not expect much easier than this. So we had two bodies, one was 5 kg, one is 5 kg, another we have is 10 kg, two mass, okay, and they were separated by a distance of 1 meter according to the question. And they asked where is the location of center of mass with respect to 5 kg. Okay, if you have studied center of mass, you know that location of center of mass will be nearer to heavier body and it will be away from the lighter body. So he is asking the location of center of mass from the lighter body, and we know the formula for center of mass is equal to, let us say this is the center of mass distance x from 5 kg. So actually we take another mass in the numerator, m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into r. R is the total distance, right? So m2 is what? 10 divided by 10 plus 5, 15 into, actually the answer is given in centimeters. So 1 meter you are going to convert into centimeter, you will get 100 centimeter. And if you calculate this, you will get 66.66. So that comes out to be 67 centimeter, right? So basic question. Okay, so basic question from center of mass. Let us see the second question of 2020, which was about torque, and that was also a basic question. Okay, we know that torque formula is what? Torque in terms of vector form you have R cross F bar. So they have given position vector. Position vector was given as 2 k cap. And the force vector is given as 3j cap, right? So you know that if you multiply 2 3s are 6 and k cross j comes out to minus I cap, and for that rule is there, right? So you must be knowing that rule I, j and k. So if you multiply this, if you go clockwise you get positive, you go anti-clockwise you get negative. So you have k cross j. So you are going anti-clockwise, right? So k cross j will come I cap, but negative because you are going anti-clockwise. So answer is minus 6i. So those are two questions from rotational mechanics in 2020. Now let us move to 2019. In 2019 again we got two questions, and if you will ask me what was the level of question, then definitely one of the question was moderate, not tough, based on formula. Okay. They have given, what are the things given? That is actually based on torque. Again I can tell that is based on torque because we are using the formula torque is equal to I into alpha, right? So what are the things given in this? Actually they told it is solid cylinder. The figure is solid cylinder. Because why the figure is important? So that you can apply the formula of moment of inertia, right? Solid cylinder mass is given to you 2 kg. And the radius given is 4 centimeter, and here initial velocity is given as 3 radian per second. Remember 3 rotation per minute. Remember angular velocity must be written in radian per second. So they have given 3 rotation per minute. So you have to write in radian per second, means rotation per minute 3/60. Okay, so initial velocity you will get as 5/60 radian per second. Okay, 5/60 radian per second, and finally the body is coming at rest. Okay, and at the same time they told about it is making 2 pi revolution. Remember, one revolution gives you how much displacement? 2 pi radian. So the displacement should be in terms of radian. So one revolution 2 pi radian, you are taking 2 pi rotations, means total angular displacement comes out to be 2 pi into 2 pi. That will be 4 pi square. Here students will get confused, because here number of rotation is 2 pi into 2 pi, 4 pi square. Now I want torque. Torque is I into alpha. Moment of inertia I can find out because mass is there, radius is there, mr square by 2. Alpha we don't know, but according to the things we have omega naught, we have omega, we have theta. We want alpha, right? So we have to use this one, omega square minus omega naught square equal to 2 alpha theta. We are going to substitute the values of final velocity is 0, initial velocity is 5/60, and we are going to find out the alpha here, right? And here just you will write 0 square minus you will write pi square divided by 3600. 2 into alpha is our target. Here we get 4 pi square theta. So pi square will get cancelled. Okay, so pi square is going to be cancel here. Okay, so we are here, sorry, this is your 10. So here you are going to write pi square by 100. Okay, pi square by 100 you are going to write, because it is pi by 10. So if you cancel pi square this side, so what is alpha you are going to get is 1/800 radian per second square. So if you, after getting alpha, what you are going to get actually is finally you are going to get torque. Torque is equal to I into alpha. So moment of inertia is mr square by 2. So mass is given is 2 and the radius is 4 centimeter. So you'll write here 4 into 10 to the power minus 2 mr square divided by 2. So mr square divided by 2 into alpha we got 1/100. Don't get like why minus has come, because it is deaccelerating. That is not the point here. So finally what you are going to get here is 2 will get cancelled. In the numerator denominator you will get 16 into 10 to the power minus 4 into 1/800, right? And if you do this calculation, here it is 100, here it is 2, right? So finally you are going to get 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton meter. So a kind of little bit it will take time. If you go with accuracy and like without getting confused, definitely it will consume 1 minute of time. So this is your 2019 first question, and the second question was based on rolling motion, right? So this is the first question of rotational mechanism in the year 2019. About they have asked about torque, right? Now let us go for the next one. Next one was, it was talking about what is the work done to stop a rolling body. Remember, work done is equal to energy. So a rolling body is having rolling kinetic energy, right? So they told that a disc, circular disc, so our figure was circular disc. Okay, it was circular disc is a keyword. Next they told rolling motion, that is another keyword we have, rolling motion, right? So rolling motion is another keyword, and he is asking what is the work done to stop this. So work done, and the concept will be used, work done is equal to rolling kinetic energy. What is the rolling kinetic energy with this body? Rolling kinetic energy, and I think you will be knowing very well, rolling kinetic energy half mv square into 1 plus k square by r square, right? Here mass is given, velocity is given, but velocity is given in meter per second. So we will convert into centimeter per second. So mass is given to you. Mass is given to be 100 kg. So we will write this. And velocity is 20 centimeter per second. So 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 the whole square into 1 plus k square by r square. So for circular disc, k square is r square by 2, because moment of inertia for circular disc is mr square by 2. Okay, so k square value comes out to be r square by 2. So if you write r square by 2 means here 3 by 2 you will get. Okay, if you calculate here, you are going to find out here 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, and here everything will get cancelled. Finally, you are going to get the answer as 3 joule. Okay, so work done. To stop that body is equal to how much is here 400 will come, 10 to the power minus 4. So the 40 and that will get cancelled. You are only left out with 3 joule, right? So these were 2 questions from 2019. Now let us move to the last session of this one. Last year we will look at of 2018, where we have got 4 questions, right? In 4 questions, actually one was very conceptual question. What was the conceptual question? Means we had based on angular momentum, and generally on angular momentum they will ask you theoretical question also, right? So they told that a solid sphere is there. Okay, that solid sphere rotating with some angular velocity omega, let us say. Okay, rotating with some angular velocity. It is rotating with some initial angular velocity. Suddenly the radius has been reduced to half. So radius is reduced to half. Remember, they have not mentioned the word torque. Torque is not applied. Until and unless torque is not applied, angular momentum remains constant. Okay, now he is saying that radius is reduced. Same angular velocity, radius became half for this. Radius becomes half. Radius has become half. And when the radius has become half, they are saying that actually you are not changing the mass. Mass remains constant. Then which of the quantity will not change? Remember, if radius is changing, moment of inertia will change. So moment of inertia will definitely change. It will not remain constant. Next, if moment of inertia will change, angular velocity also will change. Angular velocity also will not remain constant, because you know that moment of inertia will change. It will affect angular velocity. So you have another option you have is rotational kinetic energy. That also will change, because rotational kinetic energy depends on half I omega square rotational kinetic energy, so that also will be wrong. And finally you have angular momentum. So angular momentum remains constant, because he did not specify that we are applying some external torque. Until and unless we are not applying external torque, the quantity remains constant is angular momentum. So answer for this will be angular momentum. Angular momentum remains conserved, right? So that was a kind of very simple question from your angular momentum concept. Okay, let us go to the next one. Here is in 2018 we have another very conceptual question. What was another conceptual question is 3 bodies were there. Okay, 3 bodies are there, and the body were given as solid sphere. One is circular disc, and another is circular ring. 3 bodies were there. Okay, 3 of them is having the same mass. Okay, 3 of them is having the same mass and radius, right? And they have the same mass. Condition is given. Mass is same, and radius as well as angular velocity also. Everything is equal for both 3 of the bodies. So you want to stop. It is a rotating body. So rotating body will have which energy? Rotational kinetic energy. rotational kinetic energy, all of them have. So he is asking work done to stop will be the order he is asking. Actually solid sphere, circular disc and circular ring. You know that rotational kinetic energy is what? Half I omega square. Same angular velocity means actually rotational kinetic energy only depends on moment of inertia. For solid sphere, you know what is the moment of inertia of solid sphere? 2 by 5 mr square, right? For circular ring it is mr square by 2 circular disc, and for the circular ring is mr square. So you could compare who is having maximum moment of inertia, for that work done will be maximum, right? And according to that symbol they are using for circular ring C, for circular disc B, and this is A. So based on moment of inertia you can divide which is having maximum moment of inertia. For that you have to do maximum work. Maximum moment of inertia for circular ring we have. Okay, so maximum work is done for ring, then second highest is this disc, and then you have last is sphere. Okay, so the order will be the maximum work will be done for the last one, that is circular ring. That was also a kind of conceptual question, right? One more question we have, that is also based on torque. Okay, so let us see that. So these two questions were kind of conceptual question. Another question we have based on torque, and this is actually cross product we have to do. So torque formula, when two vectors are given, we have to use R1 minus R2 cross F bar. Okay, this is important, this order is important. R2 minus R1 you will not take, you will take R1 minus R2, right? About the point, so first point is given 2 comma 0 comma minus 3. So 2i minus 0j minus 3j cap. This is the first R1. First point is given. So 2 0 minus 3. So 2 0 minus 3 means you can write 2i cap 0j cap minus 3j cap. And the second one is given minus 2i cap minus 2j cap minus 2k cap. Cross product with force vector, that is 4i plus 5j minus 6k. 4i minus 5j plus 6k. Right. Only thing is that it will just, you have to take 4i plus 5j minus 6k. 4i plus 5j minus 6k is given, right? Now you have to find out first R1 minus R2. So R1 minus R2 you are going to find out means, you can easily see here, minus sign is there, sign is going to be changed. So here you will get 0, and minus minus you get plus 2j cap. Okay, and this again minus minus, this is your here minus minus becomes plus, right? So what you are going to get is plus 2k, and here minus 3k, because minus minus is plus, so you get minus k cap. Cross with 4i plus 5j minus 6k cap. Now actually you will go in determinant form, right? The determinant form you will write, you know that how to find out cross product. You will take here I, j and k. So that position vectors 2, 0, 2, minus 1. Here you will get 4, 5, minus 6. You know that how to find out, right? If when you are finding I cap, this line will be removed. So you will get this minus 12, 6, minus 6 into 2, minus 12. Minus 12, minus of minus 5, right? So ultimately what you will get? Minus 7 I cap. Right. Now if you take j cap, this one 0, and actually we take minus j cap, right? So this is 0, and 0 minus of minus, what happens? Minus of minus becomes plus, right? So what we are going to get here in the second case here is, first one is we got this is 0, for I cap we got this is minus 12, and this is a minus of minus plus 5, so we got minus. Now we are finding for this, you get 0. This is minus 4, right? So minus 4 is going to become here minus of minus, you will write, right? So you are going to get here minus 4j cap. Last one is k. If 5 0, 4 2 is 8. So you will get finally you are going to get s minus 8k cap. Okay. So the answer is minus 7i minus 4j minus 8k cap. So this was the third question we had in rotational mechanics. Next one we will see is we have seen 3 questions of 2018 from rotational motion, right? So we have completed those 3 questions of rotational mechanics. Okay. And the last question which I told you is from rolling motion, right? From rolling motion we have a question, and actually from rolling motion question was they asked the ratio between rolling kinetic energy to translatory kinetic energy, right? So rolling kinetic energy to translatory kinetic energy. Okay, so ratio they have asked. So first they told translatory. Next, total energy, translatory plus rotational, that is called your rolling kinetic energy. You know translatory kinetic energy very well, half mv square, and if you add both of them, rolling kinetic energy you will get, and that is half mv square into 1 plus k square by r square. So half mv square will get cancelled. So what you are going to get is r square divided by r square plus k square, and the figure was given solid sphere for you. So solid sphere is given means actually you know the moment of inertia of solid sphere is 2 by 5 mr square. So k square will be 2 by 5 r square, right? So when you write 2 by 5 r square, here r square will be cancelled. So here what you are going to get is, so r square divided by r square plus k square is 2 by 5 r square. Here we have r square divided by r square plus 2 by 5 r square, right? So if you take r square common, so 5 will go in the numerator, so answer will come 5/7. So you have seen that none of the questions are very difficult from rotational mechanics. It is not about one of the year. We have discussed 3 years questions. All are based on formulas without having a lot of complication. That is the plus point with neat papers, right? You will not find so tough questions. Just you have to be through with formula, that's it. Okay, so fine. So this is all about rotational mechanics. Thank you.